All right, folks, it has happened. Whoopi Goldberg has found her equal after years of dismissing conservative opinions, using The View as her own realm, and demeaning visitors as less than human.
If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
This was not just a debate, it was a public takedown. Karoline astonished the whole panel by exposing Whoopi's hypocrisy and silencing her folly for the first time in history. The reaction is now out of control. Click like and then subscribe to see more unedited takedowns and intense political showdowns. You don't want to miss this? Have you just signed up? All right, let's begin. ABC officials are hurriedly investigating reports of significant layoffs, and Whoopi, she may be permanently fired.
I said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here. Oh, yeah. Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah. The most divisive and disgusting speech that any president, certainly in my lifetime, has ever given. He essentially waged war on half of the country by saying that we are all a threat to democracy because we believe in putting America first. It's not radical to want to put your country and your own people first. It's not radical to want to have a strong border, a strong military, and to unleash the might of your own economy, not economies around the world. You know, we have seen cultural Marxism trickling its way through every institution in this country. The public school system, the higher education university system, Hollywood, big tech, the corrupt mainstream media that I fought against in President Trump's White House are indoctrinating my generation of Americans into hating our country, hating one another based on race and gender and sex and all of this other BS, quite frankly.
When Whoopi, Joy Behar, and the other people in the room decided to deliver a discussion, the disaster started. Karoline Leavitt spoke on wokeness, and it got ugly as usual. Whoopi made her usual biting remark, rolled her eyes, and displayed her smugness. I'm sorry, Joy.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
The irony that we are now judging women only on the basis of their beauty is stunning. These are the same women who claim to love women, but then attack, denigrate, and mock them if they happen to be conservative.
Do you want to take this?
So, you cannot be attractive and smart? I will try to give Joy the benefit of, well, thank you. I try to give Joy the benefit of the doubt that she didn't see that briefing. Because if you saw that yesterday on numerous topics, no big binder, I think she might have had a different impression of this young woman who held her own.
I mean, you would have to give her the benefit of the doubt that she did absolutely no research or reading about anything dealing with Karoline Leavitt before she made that remark. Because Karoline Leavitt she went to St. Anselm College. She worked for WMUR
Ran for Congress?
In New Hampshire. She ran for Congress at the age of 25, put on a very good campaign. She lost by 8 or 9 points, but she still put on a good campaign. Then she was the press secretary for the Trump campaign, going on TV literally every day.
Well, heavily pregnant and a new mom.
Pregnant. Yeah, she's a new mother. And then she goes out yesterday and gives and this is speaking very objectively, because I've watched every press secretary since going back to Marlon Fitzwater. Yeah, I'm that old. And she went out there for her very first briefing at the age of 27 years old, the youngest press secretary ever, and did a terrific job of.
But here is when the juicy part begins. Karoline did not wince or stutter.
Completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should wake up.
Colleagues, I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Karoline, thank you very much for your time.
That was so good. So good. In a statement afterwards, this young lady claimed her, quote, on-air snub proves that you know who will not be treated fairly in the upcoming debate. Now, do you think this is going to make people doubt whether CNN can stay objective, or is this more the same of everybody's against me, it's all rigged, I tell you. Is everything rigged?
No, it's their MO. That's what they do. Rachel Maddow said last week, she's like, if the election is lost, it was rigged. If there's a debate, then the moderator...
Karoline struck back. Do you even pay attention? To yourself, Whoopi. You claim that a conservative woman's success is because of her looks, even while you are here supporting women's empowerment. That is the real sexism. The crowd stopped, and not even the queen of interruptions, Joy Behar, spoke. But Karoline continued. As you prove every day on your broadcast, wokeness is not about equality. Rather, it is a political instrument used to silence those who disagree.
While I vow to provide the truth from this podium, we ask that all of you in this room hold yourselves to that same standard. We know for a fact there have been lies that have been pushed by many legacy media outlets in this country about this president, about his family, and we will not accept that. We will call you out when we feel that your reporting is wrong or there is misinformation about this White House.
Boom. She's got more.
I would like to point out to each and every one of you that in 2024, when Joe Biden was in the Oval Office or upstairs in the residence sleeping, I'm not so sure, egg prices increased 65% in this country.
Bam!
The audience's screams were captured on social media within minutes, revealing Karoline as the owner of the widely shared viewpoint. The situation was further exacerbated by ABC's desperate attempts to determine what transpired next. Then the true surprise arrived. Whoopi Goldberg was inexplicably missing from the next program. Additionally, according to ABC's official statement, Whoopi is taking some time to reflect on the previous conversations. We all know what that implies.
The View hosts have got themselves into hot water again after they did the very thing they purport to be against, undermining women's success. Joy Behar stunned viewers when she said Donald Trump's press secretary, 27-year-old Karoline Leavitt, only secured her position because of her good looks. The comment was bizarre, especially coming from Joy Behar, who is as woke as they come and positions herself as a champion of feminism. This online commentator said, "Disgusting Joy Behar of The View accuses Karoline Leavitt of being hired only because Donald Trump thought she was..."
Reports circulated that producers were dissatisfied with Whoopi, advertisers were becoming nervous, and even some loyal fans were turning against her, scaring ABC officials. The repercussions didn't stop at The View's chopping block, where the show's face was now in jeopardy. Let's face it, this show thrives on controversy, but when the backlash outweighs the ratings boost, it's game over. Therefore, ABC must choose between cleaning house and finally bringing some balance to the viewpoint, or continuing to double down and risking total cancellation.
To this very day, the same rhetoric that led to those two attempts, the second attempt on President Trump's life, echoed the sentiment that President Trump is a democracy. And if you're a deranged lunatic and you're mentally ill, you will believe that lie, and yes, you will take political like we have seen in two instances against President Trump. Last week, Tim Walz and Kamala Harris said that everyone who showed up to President Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden was a... That's despicable, dangerous, divisive rhetoric that is spewed by the Democrat Party every single day. And I'm so sick and tired of the media pointing the finger at Donald Trump and saying that he is sowing division in this country. He is not. The media is for pushing hoaxes like the one that you all pushed today, and the Democrat Party is for pushing lies about him. But the good news is Americans don't buy it. And that's why today President Trump is more popular than he has been since 2016, because people...
They are now treading very carefully as viewers are tuning out and sponsors are retracting their support, which may indicate that The View is ultimately dying. Did Karoline Leavitt deserve to be dismissed? Did she spoil the most iconic moment in The View's history? Did Whoopi finally go too far? And, most importantly, is The View ending? So, what do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you don't want to miss out on the hottest celebrity news, make sure to subscribe to Daily. Finder.